Glenwild, August 6th, bi-weekly maintenance up here in Park City. We did a pretty thorough maintenance day up here. Actually got this bank weeded out, which has been bugging me for a while. I cleaned up this area a bit. These little iris things kind of got knocked over, but we cleaned a lot of the dead out of them. They're still kind of floppy, but they do look better than they did. Coming along to the circle bed here, a lot of deadheading, weeding out, this ground cover. Russian sage is coming into form. We got this area that's notoriously grassy, weeded out. Kind of letting the columbine go to seed and do its thing. Cleaned up these dead grasses a little bit. Black-eyed Susan still looking good. No need to deadhead. Really was pretty light work in here. We did deadhead salvia throughout the property. Coming along over here, got the last of the dianthus deadheaded. Cleaned up the irises a bit, kind of the dead underneath. Got these little pink puffs, I don't know what they're called. Got those deadheaded. We left the catmint. It's probably going to be due for a deadhead next time. Kind of left catmint throughout the property. There's still a little color and I think it looks nice, but it probably will be ready. Got daisies deadheaded. This area all cleaned up, looking nice. More daisies. These aspens don't look great. I don't think we planted them, but just noting it. Got the lilies cleaned up and deadheaded as well. This aster still has a lot of color, but in 2 weeks it might not. It might be time to just pull all that stuff. So just noting that. Got all this cleaned up. The planters bounced back nicely. They're looking great. Got this area all cleaned up and weeded. Annuals in front. We got deadheaded. Some of the lupin wasn't doing well in here, so we kind of cut it down to the ground. Wasn't really sure what to do with this shrub. It kind of looks bad, but I didn't want to stress it in the full heat. We could probably use a cut down at some point. Got the hanging baskets deadheaded. These two planters at the entrance just look amazing. Really nice. The sedum under the tree, probably going to be due for a deadhead soon, but we did not get to that today. Moving along here, just getting things fluffed. Over here, this back corner, cleaned out the morning glory. Again, that aster is still in bloom, so we're leaving it, but we might have to pull it next time we're here. Just getting some of the catmint along the path that looks like crap cleaned up. Moving along, the mulch areas here, didn't really do anything. Got some obvious weeds. Cleaned out some morning glory from below that spruce. Again, planters are looking really good. The ones that are in full sun over there, I don't know if you can see, but the petunias are just insane. It's looking really good. This area here, there were some dead lupin in here, I believe 2 or 3 to add to the ones in that range area. So I'm not really sure what's going on. They were planted at the same time, and the soil is similar in here, just heavy clay, crappy drainage. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but lupin was not happy. There are a couple still hanging on, looking pretty good, but yeah, something to keep an eye on. This hydrangea, it's not doing all that great, but I think it's okay for now. I remember there being something weird when we planted it, like irrigation we had to avoid, and we couldn't get it quite deep enough. But moving along, again, the planters are just stunning, look really good. Moving down the pathway here, we cleaned out some debris in these kind of upper beds. We got this area under the spruce weeded out. Got the lilies and irises cleaned up in here, looking good. We spent a bit of time in this area. These giant things aren't looking great. Next time we should probably bring some stakes and twine, get this cleaned up so this open area that's kind of exposed and looking crappy can be less obvious. Same thing, it's not as floppy over there, but the middle is kind of dying off. You know, it is August. Moving along here, did some light weeding and deadheading through here. Got the salvia deadheaded. Up in the tee box area, we got after all the salvia. Got it nice and deadheaded. Cleaned up the grasses. Got the grass line weeded out. Coming over on this side, we were able to deadhead all the daisies and some of the yarrow as well. That was looking a little crispy, so daisies all got taken down. These are still kind of going, but the other ones were all cooked. I cleaned up the irises a bit. We were able to get into this kind of rogue circle bed over here and mostly deadhead daisies primarily and salvia. Letting the columbine go again in here. It's already gone to seed, so just gonna let it do its thing, but got the daisies nice and cleaned up. Moving towards the pool area, we were able to tackle that in the morning. We got everything nicely swept and fluffed. This area looked great when we walked in. We didn't have to do much. Really same thing throughout. This area, you know, we did get swept up in the morning. Unfortunately, a lot of leaves have already blown in. Got these planters along the hot tub deadheaded. They're looking really good. Got some of the geranium deadheaded that was ready. Got the whole area nice and fluffed. Cleaned up that section over by the hot tub. We were able to do the entire pool area. I won't film over there because there are a lot of people, but we were able to tackle all that. And then cleaned up this area, got everything deadheaded, looking good. We did get out to the road as well and deadhead all the annuals out there. As you can see, this northwest corner of the pool area, we got cleaned up. Didn't get back behind towards the bathrooms, but you know, maybe that's something we can tackle next time. Out here at the Glenwild range, did some weeding throughout this bed. The lupins are struggling by my count. There are at least 4 dead and another 6 that are kind of vulnerable or struggling. As you can see, you know, in this cluster, this one on the left is really struggling, and this one right here is completely dead. Additionally, this I believe Ligularia is not looking too good. However, I think it will make it. Moving along this way, that's a big weed. Obviously, some lupin that's missing, already dead. Along here, this cluster isn't looking great, struggling. Everything else looks good though. The penstemon looks like it's, you know, it's a little crispy, but it is going to make it. The dogwoods look really good. Irises are struggling a little bit, but they're pretty hardy. I'm sure they'll bounce back. But yeah, really just that lupin. You know, some of them are definitely dead, but the others might bounce back. I know it tends to kind of crap out early in the season, but yeah, some of them are definitely not going to make it.